Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, give advice on your dilemmas, and of course chat about the most lesbian things you have ever done. From breakups to psycho exes, we're going to cover it all. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Today I'm joined by my mum.
Hello.
It's Mother Jill. Mother Hen, her current nickname Mother Jacket.
Mother Jacket.
Because Lucy and I were on FaceTime the other day. I looked like a potato apparently. Lucy looked like a potato apparently. Good thing she's not easily offended. If Lucy's mum called me a potato, I'd probably be like, thanks, Sarah. So she's now Mother Jacket and we are her little spuds. So the group chat name is Mother Jacket.
Little
Spuds.
Lil Spuds.
Lil Spuds. That would be a good name for a rapper. Lil Spuds. And then every time we get a text, it's hello Spuds. So.
But I'm going to change it every 2 weeks.
I'm just going to keep thinking of fresh ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Keep your
On
brain
your toes.
ticking.
Yes.
I like it. So yes, we have Mother Jill on the pod. You've all heard about Mother Jill. She decorated our lovely studio.
Mm-hmm.
She pays half the rent for our lovely studio.
Mm-hmm.
She listens every week. She didn't used to be, but she's...
No, I listen. I don't watch it. I just listen to it on a dog walk.
And she gives me some feedback every week, ranging from stop being a pillow princess, stop swearing, stop yawning. This was good. This was funny.
Yeah.
She loves
Honest
feedback. Honest feedback, but that's what a mother is for, I guess.
Exactly.
And Jill has got her Pride top on.
From America.
From Disney, which I think is very cute. You know, did I tell you about this actually? So, if anyone's seen on TikTok, Jill the other day bought some pineapple juice. And she's going, pineapple juice? Puts it in the fridge. She went, Jules, look. So I'm like, do it again for TikTok. Took about 7 attempts.
I couldn't do it. I was laughing too much.
I'm surprised she's not laughing right now.
And Brian had one of my slippers in the garden, so I only had one slipper on. So I looked at idiot.
Yes, you did. And then, I was teaching a class the other day and all the kids were going, Jules, why was Miss Jill showing you pineapple juice and putting it in the fridge? And I was like,
Oh, I didn't know that bit.
Miss Hannah was there and just went, Miss Jill just really likes pineapple juice. And I was like, I don't even drink it. I literally haven't even opened that bottle of pineapple juice. I don't drink it. I don't need to.
Wait.
I've got a very healthy vagina,
Well,
says my girlfriend.
well, that's all right then. But you should.
Maybe I'll try a sip. I was utterly mortified by that. That was Jill's pineapple juice. But she is a very good little ally on. Yeah,
I am, yes.
Very proud.
I should have a little flag to wear.
You know what? We were in the charity shop the other day. Was it the charity shop? And they had some little flags.
Ah.
We should have
got me one. I could have sat here waving.
Just sat waving a flag.
Yes.
Put them in your ponytail.
Could have done.
Would you like to tell us about yourself, just in case anyone wants to know who you are?
I am Jill. I am Juliet's mum, and I am a dance teacher. So obviously, me and Jules dance together. We do parties together. We do dog walking together.
And now we podcast together.
And podcasting together.
Tell you what we do together. We sing a lot together. We just sometimes break out into song doing the same actions.
Yes.
Shall we say 3, 2, 1 and see if we do the same song? Go on, we can do it.
I don't know.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's
That didn't work.
That didn't work. But there's a few songs where we'll just do the exact same as you wake up, it's raining and it's Monday, looks like one of those rock days. Time's up, you're late again, so get out the door. We'd love to break out into song. So we just do that sometimes, and Lucy and my dad just look at each other like,
what's going on?
What's going on? I think sometimes Lucy thinks, what have I got myself in for? But it's too late for... I did warn her. I did literally warn her and say, I'm a bit crazy, my mum's a bit crazy, my dad's a bit...
Your dad's completely
weird.
crazy.
My dad has his nails painted, everyone, so I feel like we're all just giving allies at the minute. Painted nails, Jill's got her nails done. It's all good. So the plan today, we're going to do question of the week and some dilemmas, and Jill is going to be quizzed on all things lesbian. Now,
Yes, but I haven't got long, so I've got dancing.
I know. She's not got long, we've got to be snappy, guys. So, shall we start with our quiz?
Yeah.
think Jill is going to do quite well at this quiz because she listens to the podcast. And, well, I think I told the story of my mum, my Auntie Kaz and my granny all having food. And Auntie Kaz goes, in front of my granny, or you say, someone goes,
no, it's Auntie Kaz.
Well, Lucy's the soft master, that means she wears the strap. In front of my granny! My poor granny's probably thinking, what on earth is that?
No, I think she knew what it was, that's why she was more mortified.
Oh my god. Okay, what is a pillow princess?
A pillow princess is someone who just it was you, someone who just lies there and expecting everyone to, one person to do everything to them, and they just lie there and give nothing back.
But some people don't like receiving.
No, that's if they're a stone top.
The stone top?
I know about this.
Okay, what is a chapstick lesbian? Different to a lipstick lesbian, a chapstick lesbian.
I have no idea. So I'm going to say chapstick lesbian, different, I don't even know what a lipstick lesbian is. A chapstick lesbian is somebody who
Would you like a clue?
Clue.
I'm a lipstick lesbian.
Right, so you wear lipstick because you're femme, and a chapstick lesbian is someone who doesn't wear lipstick because they're not femme, but they don't wear nothing, so they put chapstick on. So it's like a STEM lesbian.
Yeah, kind of like not super femme, like the next step down.
Yes.
Because they're not wearing lipstick.
Yes.
What is a U-Haul?
A U-Haul?
It's quite an American
A U-Haul. It's a lesbian who likes to pretend that they're a horse. And they go, yee-haul. And they have their hair in a high ponytail and swing their head like a horse's tail.
Not quite.
Okay.
A U-Haul, it's like an American moval van company.
Right.
So they say if you U-Haul, it's like when you're moving after the first date.
Oh, right.
We're U-Hauling. We're moving in already.
Ah, right, got you. That makes more sense.
It's like on the side of the van, it literally says like U-Haul.
Right, got
I guess it's like Quicksilver.
Yes.
But U-Haul.
Right, understand.
What is a switch?
A switch is someone who they're bisexual and they switch between male and female all the time.
I mean, I guess it probably is that, but a switch is someone who, not a pretty princess, not a stone top, they switch. So they give and receive.
Yes. Oh, yes. That makes sense.
Mainly just in the sense of women.
Yes.
I guess it could work with men. What is a black cat?
A black cat?
Not literally.
A black cat is someone who really believes in, like, horoscopes and stuff like that.
Oh, I see that. A black cat's like, you normally have like a black cat and a golden retriever in a relationship.
Golden retrievers are very... well, in that case, I know what golden retrievers... They are like happy and bouncy and friendly and stuff. So black cat is the opposite, very bit standoffish.
Yeah.
And
people normally say you get a golden retriever mask and a black cat femme.
Well, you're not a black cat.
No, I think I'm a bit of both.
Yeah.
I think I'm a switch.
Yes, you're a switcher.
I'm a switcher. Okay, what is the strap?
Oh, really? Jewels.
What people might not be educating.
Right, well,
I don't need to go into detail.
Well, it's just, I would imagine it's like it's a pretend willy that's worn around someone's waist to make it into, you can insert it into them without having to hold it. Oh, it's true.
What is a baby gay?
A brand new gay,
Yeah,
like a little
baby gay,
baby
little
gay,
lesbian,
little baby lesbian.
Yeah. What is a gold star lesbian?
A gold star lesbian is just a lesbian who's nice to their partner all the time.
Oh, that'd be nice. It's someone who's never had sex or been with a man.
Oh,
right. So like they're a perfect lesbian.
Yes.
They've never tainted with men. Okay, final one. What do lesbians tell their nail technician? So imagine I'm a lesbian, I'm going to the nail shop, and I say, can I have these two or these two nails shorter? What do they tell the nail technician they do for a job to warrant having two nails much shorter than the other?
Finger the girlfriend.
I mean, some might be that explicit. Think, what do you use two fingers for when you're not inserting them inside vaginas?
What
What sports?
Cricket.
What sport do you insert fingers into things?
Oh, bowls.
Bowling. Yes, normally they say, oh, I'm a professional bowler, so I need...
Yeah, and the nail technician's
shorter.
going, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, they probably don't buy it, but...
No, of course they don't.
But there we go. Okay, we're going to do our question of the week now, which is, what is the pettiest reason you didn't go on a second date? Have you got any stories for us? Do you ever not go on a second date because someone, I don't know, like, was weird?
No. I've only had one blind date and I never got a second date.
Did you not want one?
You never asked.
Rude.
I know. So no.
No. I think I've literally, all the first dates I've been on have then blossomed into relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really been on many first dates.
No.
Harry Marsh, we were in a show together.
Mm-hmm.
Last ex, we met online during COVID. Then Lucy went on a first date. And then I planned loads of dates. I ghosted a few people.
Did you?
So I was like, oh, Lucy.
Because you were going to be a tart, weren't you, in the summer?
That was the plan. And then I met Lucy and was like, oh dear. Okay, anyway, this is why you guys haven't gone on second dates. Because they spoke to their ex. Sorry, not sorry. It's like they're still in contact with their ex. I get that. It's hard.
That's all right.
It's understandable. Like, some people, they can have that friendship with them. But I guess if it's like texting every day,
yeah,
a bit much. Had a higher daily step count than me.
What?
So they walked more steps a day than this person. And
so that's why they didn't go on a second date? Well, they could have just walked with them together.
They could.
Yeah.
He hollered at prostitutes to try and show off. Massive ick.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And then this person said, they're just trying to get by and survive. They don't do it for fun. Yeah, that's strange. They didn't like cats.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If you have cats and your date doesn't like cats and they say, right, I don't want to date you again because I don't like cats. If they don't like cats or dogs, get them out anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag. Like, if Lucy came to our house and Pill was trying to cuddle and she's like, oh, get off.
Yeah, you'd be like, get out.
Yeah. So, there you go. She liked K-pop. I don't mind a bit of K-pop.
That's all right.
Yeah, I like a bit of K-pop. They do some good music for dance teachers out there. She had coffee breath. What else needs to be said?
Well, there's worse breath you could have than coffee
There
breath.
is. I'd rather coffee breath than like smoker's breath
Yeah.
or just bad breath.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could get past coffee breath, I think. I found her Instagram and all her exes looked exactly like me to the point where I thought she had too much of a type. I don't think I'd have it. I wouldn't not go on a second date just because the ex is all like me.
No, but if she's just trying to find someone that looks like her ex because she's still in love with her ex and she just wants to be with her ex and she just try and mould you into her ex, then fair's enough.
That is very true.
I would say.
Her laugh was annoying me.
Yes. So anything when you first meet someone and their little like quirky habit in years to come is going to become the thing that you detest about them the most because it's going to be like. So if they've got like a funny like snorty laugh or like a funny eye twitch or something like that when you first meet them, you think, oh, it's adorable. In years to come, you're going to want to...
So did you think your husband's snoring was adorable when you first met?
I don't think he snored on our first meeting.
I understand.
But anyway, we'll not go into my relationship with you.
Jill's decided she's going to come back in her next life as a lesbian cat, haven't you?
Yeah, because cats have a really good life.
She always goes, I wish I was a lesbian. Sounds much better.
Well, I think it probably is, to be fair.
They turned up to my work with flowers 2 days before the first date.
Oh, that's nice.
That's cute. Maybe it's given too much, like, we haven't been on a date yet, here's some flowers.
No,
I think that's quite sweet, though.
Sad. Should have given her another go.
I'm such a lesbian, I've never not gone on a second date. So this person saying they've always gone on the second date, no matter what red flags. She got an ugly haircut.
Hair grows, that's superficial.
True. But I guess if it's like, I don't know, if you read like someone with long hair and they get it all shaved off, you might be like, well, you're not really my type anymore. I get that. I was scared because of myself. Fair. She turned up to the date in basically loungewear. After choosing to go to a fancy dinner place that then wouldn't let us in because of how she dressed, she then tried to blame the restaurant.
Well, you see, I'm all for casual. I would go to restaurants in my pyjamas if I could.
If you said, oh, let's go to Fuego, and then rocked up in your pyjamas, like, you know that's a fancy-ish restaurant. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't choose to go somewhere fancy and then rock up making no effort.
Like, everyone's idea of fancy is different, because I couldn't wear heels in a long dress.
True.
You know, if I put, I don't know, if I put any other shoes on apart from my trainers and my Crocs, I feel I'm dressed up. Because I don't do dressy up.
That's true. My dad calls these pants Mum's clown pants.
I like them. I get so many compliments.
You do? You know what you described Mum as earlier? A rash.
A rash?
You weren't just like, a rash, your mother isn't she? She's everywhere.
Oh, no.
True love. I didn't like the way someone ate.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, that would be...
If I was on a date with you, she chams and she scrapes that fork on her plate.
Okay. Well, we're
really
not,
frustrating.
We're not married, so that's all right.
Thank God. Just wasn't into her.
Fair enough.
That's probably the most valid reason.
Time.
Yeah, exactly. She earned more money than me, and I thought she seemed a bit snobby about it.
Well, on your first date, I don't think you should be discussing how much money you earn, really.
No. It's like
unless you're trying to be on each other. So.
But that's obviously what that person was being a bit snobby about it. Right, we'll do 2 more. She was so over the top about everything and spent the whole date speaking about themselves. See, I feel like I do that without even noticing, because I just love to chit-chat and talk about myself.
Yes. But you do need to pause and say, right.
Yeah. Well, on my first date with Lucy, I was holding the conversation. But she said she was just nervous because of my beauty. Right, that's one. The t-shirt she wore on our first date was really creased.
Well,
my house doesn't have an iron.
We do have an iron. We just don't use
an iron.
So, people have got better things to do than iron and match socks and, you know.
Yeah, well, my first date with Lucy was planned, like, literally the day of. It was like, well, shall we just do it tonight?
Yeah.
So I had my hair had been washed, it was wet, and I was just in some leggings and a t-shirt. Thankfully, it was like a nice outfit, because sometimes I go to work dead trampy.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I was dressed nicely. And she came straight from a long shift at Amazon.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes that's nicer, because then you haven't, like,
you're
seeing each other for your natural
rather than...
selves.
That's why people say on a first date you should take your date swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they've got caked in makeup and then they take the makeup off. Which I'm the opposite. I don't wear makeup. So then if I do wear makeup, it makes a big difference, rather than the opposite way around.
Very true. Would you like to do some dilemmas?
Yes.
Give the people your advice.
Yes, good advice.
All right, here we go. I am very recently single. I still absolutely love my ex and wanted to work on things, but she said it was too difficult for her. We were together for 2.5 years, and 2 of those years we struggled with sexual intimacy. I went from enjoying and initiating sex to feeling very uncomfortable and constantly rejecting it, and this was painful for her. We broke up after 2 years together and got back together after deciding we would carry on working on our communication and sex life. After a few months, I stopped wanting to try and understand how I felt because it was uncomfortable. Her leaving me was the motivation I needed to look deep inside myself and figure out what was going on. I think I have an avoidant attachment style, and although I love supporting her, I never wanted to be too emotionally vulnerable myself. I think my fear and emotional intimacy has impacted my sex drive. I'm not sure how to get the sexual spark back in my life. I wish I'd made the effort to understand the cause of the death of my desire, but it's too late now, and I only want the best for my ex, so I hope she finds someone who suits her better than me. Do you have any advice for the situation? That's another question for you. What is lesbian bed death?
When you don't want to have sex.
It just stops. Well, I would say I have been there. And I think, like, it is hard to get that spark back once it's gone. So, as tricky as it is, I do think sometimes you probably have done the right thing by ending the relationship. So you can both go and, like, because you might now find someone who's also got that similar sex drive to you, where you're both happy not constantly going at it. And I think, you know, you're saying you love your ex and you just wish them the best. Like, this is what I've been saying about my recent breakup. Like, it wasn't a completely selfish decision that I made. It was a decision that impacted both of us. It was so I could find someone more suited to me, and so Taylor could find someone more suited to her. Which obviously I now have, and I'm hoping that she will in the future. I wish nothing but the best for her, to find someone who matches all of her needs in life. Do you have any advice?
I did, and now I've forgotten because you talk too much. Oh no, I had something important to say.
You know what, this woman,
you'll have to cut this out. Menopausal.
We did an advert for Disney. And they were asking questions. Honestly, I'm surprised she is doing so well today. I was so embarrassed. They were asking these questions, and I was answering, and then they go, and Jill, and she'd go,
yes,
the same.
Right. So what I say is, if you have to work really hard at a relationship, it's probably maybe not worth working on, because especially if it's a new relationship, and by that even like 2 years, if you've got no children involved and you haven't got a house together, if things aren't working, there's no point fighting to try and make it work, because you've got no commitments to make it work. You may as well be more like, just go with the flow and everything. But if she's remembered what I was going to say. So if you're just going about your day and then going into bed and then thinking, should we try and have sex, that's not how it works. Like, you've got to do all the the lead up to it, but that doesn't start with like being it's like nice things, like here's a cup of coffee, here's a drink, and doing nice things together, so you sort of fall in love with each other, and you have like intimacy and like lots of nice bonding and things going on, and then you're more likely to get into bed and want to cuddle and do things because you've had like a lovely time together, rather than like being at work all day and you both come home and you're knackered and you go to bed and you just want to go to sleep.
True. I think understanding your attachment styles is really important as well. Like, because when we had Lauren, the relationship coach, on, like, anxious attachment and avoidant attachment, it's almost impossible to work, because you get anxiously attached, so you need constant reassurance, and they run away from that and so it's like constant, like a cat chasing its tail around. Like, you're never gonna get what you need, neither of you, out of the relationship. So it's really tricky in that sense. Like, I mean, I'm the most anxiously attached person ever.
You said that was getting really annoying for me.
I know. I mean, that's why I'm trying to work on that in myself, not be as anxiously attached. Like, when we rang Lucy before and she didn't answer my phone, I didn't stress her, so she's busy, she'll ring me later. And she did. Whereas me, a few months ago, I'd be like, and panic. But I'm working on myself and growing.
Good.
And healing.
Because that would annoy the pants out of me.
I feel like you're not really, like, you're just like, I'd say you're like the secure type. Like, you don't panic about your husband going off and getting his nails done at the nail shop by another woman.
No.
And going away this weekend by himself.
No. Who would want him?
You would want him. Well, hopefully some of that advice helps. But I think you've done the right thing. And I think just maybe, find someone more suited to your attachment style and your sexual desires and sex drive, right? We've got a bit of a confused one. We need to switch our brains into focus. Okay. It's probably a bad one to do with my dyslexic mother, but it's fine. So, my ex is seeing someone I have previously spoken to. I do think that's quite common within the lesbian world. Like, everyone kind of knows an ex or is connected in some way. Well, I think I've told you, me and Lucy were the Ladyboys of Bangkok on the same night. Like,
and me.
Yeah, and you. And Lucy was there with her ex. But just like we would have seen each other.
And then this year we're going together.
I know, crazy.
With me.
With you as well. We have got a discount code coming, actually. I just need to decide what day we're going to go on, but I have got a discount code coming for Ladyboys Bangkok.
It's best. It's just such a fun night out.
Okay, so it says, stay with me. This gets complicated quickly.
Right, okay.
My ex, A, is now seeing B. I was seeing C, and her best friend, D, has been on and off with B for years. I'm already confused.
Well, we have to give them names. Alex, Brenda, Carol, and Davina.
Okay.
Right.
Alex is seeing Brenda.
Okay.
our listener, our writer in,
So she's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, was dating Carol,
Uh-huh.
and her best friend Davina
Uh-huh.
had been on and off with Brenda for years.
Right, okay.
Whilst Elizabeth was seeing Carol,
Uh-huh.
Brenda
Uh-huh.
messaged, what's Dee called?
Davina.
Davina,
Right.
saying, happy birthday, I love you,
Okay.
then blocked Brenda immediately. That's strange. Happy birthday, I love you, block. So you can't even reply to the message.
That was probably a mistake.
You can't block someone by mistake,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
No, like that's intentional. They are in no contact, and Davina thought she knew who Brenda's new girlfriend was, as the best friend Carol heard all about it and obviously told me as we were together. I asked if she knew who Brenda was now seeing, because it's a small circle of femme for femme lesbians. Shock horror, it's my ex talking stage who I'm on good terms with, but we haven't spoken since we split. My dilemma is, if I bump into her, do I mention her new girlfriend's been saying I love you to her ex, or do I keep it to myself?
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I think...
It just should either, like, there's just no reason to bring it up, and she only said I love you, happy birthday, I love you, and then blocked her.
Yeah. Like, you can still have
was
love
it not
for an
like,
ex.
love you?
Yeah, it could have been like, lots of love,
Yeah.
love ya.
And to be fair, it's not really anything to do with her, so just
Yeah, I think...
stay out of it. If you do bump into
Yeah, that's the thing, you might not even bump into them. So I think, yeah, it's probably... If it was more than that, if they were sending each other nudes and contacting each other, but I think that block was probably the last message, the closure that she needed. Say, happy birthday, I still love you, now I'm going to block you, you carry on with your life.
Yeah. I don't know why she said that, but there's no reason to bring it up.
Yeah, it's no one's business really, so...
Just causing
Just,
drama.
yeah, just let them crack on. Would you like to do one more?
What time is it?
20 past 10.
Yes.
You got time for one more?
One more.
Okay. Let's find a good one. Find a good one for the month.
For my parental advice.
For your parental.
Is there not a parental advice one in there?
We did have one the other day. Someone didn't like their girlfriend's mum. Like, she thought she was picking on her and...
Wasn't Lucy one?
Lucy? Lucy did send one in one time.
Did she?
Yeah. Well, someone sent in a mean one, so she sent me in a nice one just to be nice. Like, someone said something about, can't believe you're with a new girl already, and then Lucy sent one and saying, you and your girlfriend look so good together. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. And then she was like, a few weeks later, she was like, I sent that in because I knew you were sad.
Oh.
She's quite cute. Okay.
Yeah, it's the thing, isn't it? If you don't want to say anything nice or constructive, just be kind.
Okay, so we have, hi,
Hi.
I'm in my late 20s and just got out of a long-term relationship with a man.
Okay.
I want to get out there, but I have no idea where to start. I identify as pansexual. Do you know what that is?
Yes, girls and boys.
Anyone.
It's just they fall in love with the person rather than the sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I only have had a couple of partners in my life, so I'm completely inexperienced and quite frankly terrified.
So
Any
she's
advice
like a baby
would be
pan.
appreciated. Yeah, a baby pan. I think you just got to put yourself out there. If you're based in Newcastle, come to some of our events. They are a great way to meet people. Even getting on the group chat, and then you sort of have that like internet wall to hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just have to put yourself out there and speak to people. And I think when you're accepting of yourself, other people see that and feed off it. Do you know what I mean? They can, if you're confident and comfortable in yourself, then other people will pick up on that confidence, and confidence is attractive, and then they'll go, oh my god, look at that person, I'm going to go and speak to them, because you have this allure about yourself.
Yes. Well, obviously Pride, so go to Pride.
Great time to be sort of curious, because there's so many different prides on and different events.
And yeah, you like your WhatsApp chat, and depending where she lives, there's all around the country different things. And you just need to find your clique of friends.
I think definitely going to a Pride, because I think sometimes it's hard going somewhere and you're like, was she fancy me? We're going to Pride. Everyone's gay.
Yeah, and
So,
even if you go to Pride by yourself, there's people that'll chat to you, even like stall holders.
Yeah, to make some friends.
To you and have leaflets with like playthings going on, I would imagine. And then when you're waiting in the queue to get a drink, then you might chat to someone and stuff.
I mean, you don't have to rush into getting into a new relationship. Like, try and make some nice queer friends first, and then from there, you never know who they might set you up with, what might come from that. But I think having that confidence within yourself, confidence is key. And if you don't have it, fake it till you make it. I'm surprised we haven't broke out into song.
I just had broken into song. That was
until
Sound of Music.
This second, I'm surprised we have not broke out into song.
Well, still time.
There's still time. Well, I was going to say, would you like to wrap up? Because I know you're a busy gal. She's donated us her time this morning.
Well, we would have had longer, but Juliet lost her camera.
Did lose my camera. But I found it.
Whilst doing something else. So, wrap up.
Wrap up. Do you have any closing statements to say? A message to the lesbians?
Thank you for having me on. Sorry, I'm not as glamorous as the last guests, Jordan and Amy.
So Mum was so cute. So Mum teaches Jersey dancing. So Jill and Jersey went out for a little play date whilst Jordan and Amy were on the podcast.
It was the best time. It was lush. Just went to the park and the soft play, and it was a whirlwind everywhere. Like 2 pushes on the swing. Right, I think I'll go on this now. It was fun.
And then what did you say? You said, will you come and play with Miss Jill again? And she went, well, I have to go home now.
And she thought this podcast studio was my home as well.
She was like,
so is that your house?
She's dead cute.
Wrap up. No, just go with the flow. And things will happen.
Well, I'll tell you what you could do quickly. A little bit of advice for anyone who's struggling with parents, coming out to parents. What would your advice be? Because I don't think Jill cared at all.
Well, no, most parents want the child to be happy, and as long as the child is happy, they don't mind. And a lot of parents, I think, already know, especially men. I think my gaydar is really good for men, and I think a lot of like boys, when they come out to the parents know it anyway, and are just like leaving.
I saw a photo of me years ago at Disney. Mum was like, how do we not know you're a lesbian? I looked so gay.
Yeah. Well, you would have dressed yourself. You can't blame me for those photos. But no, I think a lot. Don't forget, parents were young once, and if you do have parents who aren't accepting, I think give them time to accept it and to sort of like think about it and get a bit of research on it, sort of thing, because it might be a shock to them at first if they were thinking, oh, that's it, that's married with 2 children and stuff, and then suddenly everything's a bit different. I think, and nowadays there's more people gay than ever before. Or just
so it's a cool thing at the minute to be,
it is.
To be gay.
That's what Auntie Caroline said about you, was she's doing it just because it's alternative, just to be.
How rude!
I know. No, this was years ago.
Oh, years ago. I thought you
but
like
not
yesterday.
Not yesterday.
Greatest 4 years, better than me musical theatre degree. This has been 4 years of great acting training.
Yes. But what was I going to say? And if your parents don't accept you, or members of the family don't accept you, then
Jill will be your mum.
Yeah, you shouldn't let that. It's only part of your life. It shouldn't define you. They should love you because it's you, because it's who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be. If they don't accept you, there's plenty of other parents who would accept you and take you under the wing, because no one likes the thought of anyone being like completely kicked out or anything like that.
Definitely.
Which is sad.
It is. Yeah, I think Jill was just not surprised. I mean, I dressed a bit.
Well, no, I think like your dad said years ago, she'll probably come home with like someone wearing Doc Martens with loads of tattoos. And we used to laugh about it. And
Lucy has got loads of tattoos.
Yeah, but she doesn't have Doc Martens, does she?
I don't know, Lucy. Have you got Doc Martens? Maybe.
And
I don't think so.
And then I remember you saying, I don't like willies. And then I remember reading, you did a review of Jamie. You must have had to do a review of Jamie, the musical. And you'd said something about it made me like realise I could be myself, sort of thing. But you never said you were gay. You just said about like being true to yourself. So no, it was. You just want people to be happy, and willies aren't all the cracked up to be anyway.
No,
So.
she's a strap.
Oh
Well,
dear.
apparently Lucy's mum started listening to the podcast now, so I was like, oh my god, I've got my mother
I have to get
Lucy's
Sarah
mother
on.
listening to the podcast.
Yes, get Sarah on this time.
Jill and Sarah are little besties, aren't they? When Lucy's brother went on holiday the other week and they sat like having little chit-chat texts. We've got theatre dates planned all together.
Book of Mormon.
It's lush. So.
And you Miss Newcastle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all very exciting times in the Barker Taylor fam.
Come
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you've been watching on YouTube, you can give us a subscribe, a like, a comment. If you've been listening on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen, you can give us a 5-star review. And we'll speak to you next Thursday for a brand new episode.
You will.
I will, yeah.
I won't be on probably for a few months. Because when I look back at this and see what I look like, I'll be like, no.
Well, yeah, let us know if you'd like Mother Jill back on the pod. Maybe next time we can tell them you're coming on, so people can send in like specific dilemmas
Good plan.
for a mum's
For a mum
advice
to solve.
for a mum to solve.
Yes, but if I can have a little bit of
Pre-warning.
of
I just
the
surprise her
dilemmas,
with all of these dilemmas.
just because my brain takes a while to work
It's
now.
true. You've done quite well, to be fair. I'm impressed.
Not bad.
Not like this.
What'd she say?
I'm not sure. Whatever Jill said. And then, sorry, we will stop talking in a minute. The bit they used of us in this Disney advert, they'd asked us a word to describe Animal Kingdom, and I said explorational. Then I realised that wasn't a word. That's the bit they used of us as well. So I'm like, it's very explorational.
And I probably went, yeah.
So I looked stupid because I've said a
And
word
I
that
looked
doesn't
stupid.
exist, and she's just there like, she get t-shirts, Dumb and Dumber. That'd be funny. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Let us know if you want Jill back on the pod. Mother Jacket.
Mother Jacket. Well, I'll be something different.
Something different by then. We'll keep you all updated. Love you all so much, and I'll speak to you on Thursday for a brand new episode. And I'm in Florida right now, so go follow my Instagram so you can see me in Florida, and follow the podcast on Instagram at the lesbianlounge.podcast. Love you all. Bye.